Hello. The goal of this video is to remind you of some important elements in good writing, speaking, and presenting, demonstrated with a few examples. So, do I have your attention? We'll start with fluency and expression. Fluency means how it flows. Fluency flows. In speaking, fluency is not like this. That's choppy, right? Now, some get confused about fluency not having breaks between words where they don't belong, and they think fluency means reading fast with no breaks. But listen to this.
Fluency is not reading really fast with no breaks.
There are no breaks in between the words?
Nope, that is definitely not fluent when you read really fast with no breaks.
So, if fluency is not choppy, and if fluency is not really fast with no breaks, what is it? Well, remember, fluency flows naturally. So think of a river or a creek. In some places it rushes, in some it slows down. It bends here, it bounces over little rocks there, all according to where it's going. So if fluency flows, what does expression do? Well, are you ready? Expression expresses. Expression expresses. That's right. Expression is how you express what you mean. This is not expressive. This is not expressive. This is not expressive. This is not expressive speaking. I am very upset. I am also very happy. I did that wrong because I raised my eyebrows, didn't I? I actually made some expression, so I better stop it. Let me try it again. Ooh, it's hard to read with no expression. Okay, let me try again. Expression expresses, that's right. Expression is how you express what you mean. This is not expressing. Well, unless you're expressing boredom, but even then, you would sound impatient and bored instead of sounding boring, okay? The opposite of expression and speaking expressively is boring, okay? Okay, this is not, this is expressive. I am expressive. It's not just the waving your hands around, it's the sounding excited when you're excited and sounding sad when you're sad and sounding kind of scared when you're reading a scary part and sounding really excited when you're excited. I think I already said that one, didn't I? And sounding not sure when you're not sure, okay? That's reading with expression, reading according to what you mean. If you mean to be very formal, you should sound very formal. And if you mean to be really casual, you should sound really casual. That's expression. Express what you mean. Now remember I said expressive presenting, expressive speaking, and expressive writing. What's expression in writing? Well, this is not expressive writing. This is expressive writing. Okay, so fluency flows, you can remember that, and expression expresses, fluency and expression, the key to all good writing, speaking, and presenting. Now, some bonus words about contrast and repetition. Contrast can make your work more interesting. You know the basic idea of contrast: big, little, hot, cold, quiet, loud, still, and moving, right? Contrast works well in your writing, speaking, even in colors you choose when publishing your written work. So, remember this. Hello. The goal of this video is to remind you of some important elements in good writing, speaking, and presenting, demonstrated with a few examples. No contrast, right? Remember this? So, do I have your attention? So what if I hadn't changed my voice or my actions or anything when I asked that question? What if I'd said, hello, The goal of this video is to remind you of some important elements in good writing, speaking, and presenting, demonstrated with a few examples. So now, do I have your attention? Well, what do you think? Would I have got your attention? No, I didn't think so. Contrast makes your work more interesting. Our other bonus word is repetition. Repetition, 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 repetition. Repetition means to repeat. So you repeat some element throughout your work. In the words of Robin Williams, guru of good design, repetition provides unity and continuity. It ties everything together. Good writing, good presentations, even good interior design use repetition. Martin Luther King's great speech repeated the phrase, "I have a dream."
I still have a dream. Yes. I have a dream. I have a dream today.
Songs often have a repeating chorus. People use the same color accents throughout a room or in an outfit to provide unity through repetition. Like contrast, it's everywhere. Start noticing it. Okay, so to recap, fluency flows, expression expresses, and I'd say contrast helps with expression and repetition helps with fluency. So wait, is that all? Is that all? Fluency and expression, repetition and contrast. Fluency and expression, repetition and contrast. Fluency and expression, repetition. So wait, is that all? And contrast. Do it one time with me. Then you won't forget it. Fluency and expression, repetition and contrast. Oh yeah. And always, always, always focus on the meaning. Meaning is more important than all of it. You must stay true to your meaning. So, if you're writing out about a robot, it should talk like this because that's how robots maybe talk. And if the part you're reading aloud is scary and in a hurry, then maybe it should sound like this with no breaks in between and very fast. And if your writing is quiet and thoughtful, then it should sound like this when you read it aloud. Don't add "hey" to it just for contrast or you'll ruin the meaning. Now, that's truly all. Focus on the meaning. What's a signal for that? The heart, what you really mean in your heart. Focus on the meaning, what you're trying to express, okay? Okay, so now, that's all. Focus on the meaning. Make sure it's fluent, with expression, and you might do some repetition and contrast. Okay, let's try that again without the wind. Come on, baby. What if I'd said, do I have your... Sorry, the eyebrows again.